Today we chat to celebrity couple Emo and Michelle Adams about life in lockdown with their 4 sons and how they've been coping with homeschooling. Welcome to The Loft, guys.
Thanks for having us here.
Now, you know, off camera, we were discussing the fact that you guys have 4 individuals, 4 whole boys, and those are a lot of humans. Now, I'm sure that it must be challenging, but also fun and entertaining. So tell us about how you've been keeping occupied with homeschooling and activities and discipline and throughout lockdown.
The first few weeks, I was super organized. I had a schedule, I had this routine chart, we had a reward system, and then the longer it became, the more it just started disappearing. So now we're like, okay, we'll do homework when you feel like it, and then on a Friday, when they're like, okay, it's revision day, then we've actually got like the whole week's homework to do still. And we are working parents, and with 4 boys, and 2 of them who are school going, and 2 of them that have to do homework. Yeah. It's quite a challenge, but I mean, we're surviving, I think. Okay, we're still here, we're good.
Michelle is like, we're surviving, I think. And Emo's just like, girl, I'm chilling. I'm straight.
No, what's going through my head is like, I'm like not the one to teach the kids. I'm more like the principal. Only come to me in case of emergency. That's my role.
Often with headphones, and then so he doesn't hear me struggling, or I'm not getting the concept through to the child, and
True.
and I have no patience, so it's been a bit trying. I'm like, I'm strong, I can do this. Every Monday I'm like, I'm gonna be a better parent, and then I'm just not sure if I am.
Oh, you are doing an incredible job. Look, it's no easy feat taking care of a whole household, 4 individuals, a husband, yourself included, and of course you're a business owner. So guys, how has lockdown affected your family life and work life?
Oh, wow.
I mean, for family, it's been good because we don't often get this much time together. I think for Emo and I, in the 11 years that we've been together, this must be the longest we've been in each other's company.
Yeah.
So we've often spent time apart, and that's really, I think, what helps our relationship. And now now we're in the same environment together, and it's also been really good for us and for our children. Business-wise, it's different. It's scary. I opened a new salon 6 weeks before lockdown. And the salons are still to remain closed. So it's just such a scary time, I think, for anybody who has a business. But we're trying our best to cope with what we have, and we are lucky to have our finger in many pies.
I would say for me, it's if anything, lockdown has definitely taught me what is valuable. The values that we should have, that we don't always need the things that we think we need. You know what I mean? So it's crunch time, and it comes down to necessities of what you need for yourself as well as for your family, to take care of your family. So I think it's been a very big learning curve for me during this lockdown time.
Absolutely.
Now, Michelle, you've already touched on Mom's Salon. So what changes did you have to make to sustain the salon?
We can only sell online vouchers that they can use later on when the salon is open again, and then obviously products. The reality is our salon was a convenient space for parents, for moms to come to, because they know their children are being taken care of in a very cool entertainment area. So I can't operate like a regular salon and just open my doors and sell only product, because the beauty was that the mom could come to the salon, the father and the mom can go have coffee together, the child can play, and the mom can be in the salon. So it was a very safe and functional environment, which at the moment hasn't got that purpose.
So how have you been able to help each other cope with all the responsibilities?
For the past 2 years, I would say I've actively transitioned into just being a singer or an actor, into presenting, into producing, and then executive producing. So that has really helped me, because for the longest time I knew that I don't want my life or my salary to be dependent on being on stage, because the moment a gig falls away, you kind of stuffed, and then you can't go back to your family and be like, you know, I'm sorry, I was hoping to bring back food this month, but I can't. You know what I mean? And so I actively knew that I wanted to make a transition, and because I was working towards that, I think it has helped me, where she would motivate me with saying, listen, you need to start putting out something now. And then the coffee brand started, and with my show, Mark My Famous, I knew that I wanted to play a bigger role, not just presenting, but also creative producing and directing, and the channel allowed me to do that. So I think that has sustained me in this time, because I'm still working at home approving episodes and making sure that all the content that goes out is checked.
For families right now who find themselves needing no work, no pay, but they still need to bring food onto the table, what kind of advice or words of encouragement do you have for them?
Oh my God, that is $1 million question. You asked and I immediately got goosebumps, because I know it doesn't matter what industry you are in, everyone feels the knock, but I know the people out of the communities are suffering a lot more. So if we're feeling the pinch, we can only imagine there's some people who need just water. There's people who need just bread. And so we've actively been involved with soup kitchens and delivering sandwiches and help in whichever way we can, where we by the means to. I don't think me saying any kind words would change the scenario in any way, shape or form. But just know that we are there and we will get through this together. I don't foresee how if we don't stand together, I don't see how we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes down to that unity that we keep priding ourselves on. We keep saying, you know, we're South Africans, we're a rainbow nation, Ubuntu, you know, Mzansi. So now it's time to put money where our mouth is, come together as communities and support each other. So thank you for those words, Emo. Yes, okay, no words can change the situation, but it definitely does motivate us and give that little glimmer of hope. You guys were blessed enough to be able to celebrate birthdays during lockdown. Now there are 3 different birthdays. How are you guys able to celebrate them differently?
2 of our 3, so of our 4, so 2 of the 3 that were left have a birthday still, because one was before lockdown, so we were good. He got to have his party, but then the other 2 had to have it in lockdown, and then we have one more happening.
I also had a lockdown.
Oh, you also had a lockdown birthday. So, because we have March, April, May, June, July. That's our 5 boys in the house birthdays. So, so it all happens in a row.
Does anybody want kids?
I do. We want an afternoon express, baby.
And they're really entertaining, and they're well mannered at least.
Yeah.
So we've had birthdays and have lots of fun. And you know what? It really does bring it back to I remember hosting my kids' first birthdays, and you have this extravagant party, and it's really more for the parent than it ever is for the child.
Yeah.
And now we had their birthdays at my mom's house.
Cupcakes.
Simple birthday cake, cupcakes. We had 4 little party packets, something small and intimate, and they had the best time. And I'm so grateful we actually got to do it that way.
I think that's what I mean by it puts you in check of what you need and or what's a necessity in your life. And then it just aligns everything again. And I think we were spoiled. And so somewhat COVID for me is a blessing, because it just resets everything and lets you just come back to earth for a bit.
Yeah. So finally, guys, you know, any valuable tips for viewers in lockdown with kids and coping with work and other responsibilities?
What's going through my mind right now, I'm not even sure what I'm going to say.
Yeah, I know.
The amount of times I go, that's it, I'm moving to my mom. Oh, you've got the kids, I'm going to my mother. No, I think for other moms who have kids who have all the kids of different ages, so it's quite challenging. I think trying to set a routine is the most important, and trying to remain in that routine that they have at school is very, very helpful. But I'm also having to remind myself I'm not my kids' teacher. They don't want to learn from me. They want to learn other things from me. They want to bake with me. They want to go take walks with me. They want to listen to advice, but they don't want to learn mathematics with me. And in the beginning, it was very hard for me to understand that, because, I mean, what am I doing it worse than your teacher? I can't possibly be worse than your school teacher. But they don't want to. They want to listen to the teacher in that manner. So just, I think, patience, trying to take it as easy as possible, as calmly as possible. And you know what? Just like I have a bad day, my kids can have bad days too. And on those days, I just let them be.
Yeah. Very true. And for yourself, Emo, just before we say goodbye?
I know we're in a difficult time, and I want everybody out there to know it's okay to ask for help. I've lived by this motto: if everyone helped thy neighbor, then no one would need help. And I know sometimes people have pride to ask for help. That is why we're here for. If we are by the means to help you, we will. If we're not, we can't. So hang in there. Let's pray together and let's get through this together, and we will see a brighter future on the other side.
Thank you so much to Emo and Michelle Adams, reminding us that family is key, the essential service that we need to continue to conquer these tough times. Thank you for the love, thank you for the music, thank you for everything that you keep doing, reminding us that it is never too late to keep going. Thank you, guys.
Our pleasure.
Cheers. Head over to social media if you find yourself in the same predicament. Work, school, homeschooling. Oh, we love to hear from you, South Africa. Use that hashtag Afternoon Express.